Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Akashic Rose with Sabrina Dawn. I hope that you guys had a wonderful weekend. It's really cold where I was, so I stayed in a lot, but I still had a really nice weekend. All right, so I'm going to start off working with the Fairy Tarot cards by Radley Valentine. Okay. I invite the beautiful fairy realm and all of the archangels, all of the energy of the Akasha to help bring messages for the collective in, to help move them on their path. They're saying stop. Okay. We get the 10 of spring. Ask for help from others. All work and no play. Being weighed down by too many responsibilities. So that's the 10 of wands. Okay. Typically that is depicted with somebody carrying like a whole bunch of sticks or wands on their back, and they're just feeling really beat down by the world. Bring to mind something that you may be feeling about that, and call on the archangels to help you work with that. And the fairies have really been coming up a lot lately and trying to remind people to play. When you get trapped inside that 10 of wands type energy, or the 10 of spring in this deck, sometimes it's just like very real. But what they're saying is while you're working through that, what's going on in your life or what you're feeling, remember to bring in times of play and to bring in situations that light up your heart and light up your soul. But I'm also hearing, and those of you who almost like it's like a choice, like you are putting too much on your checklist, or you are feeling like you're allowing something, a situation, to weigh you down, even though you don't need to. So like some people may be focusing too much on something that's going on in the outside world, but their reality is actually not that bad. So politics can be like an example of that. Like what's going on right now, it's like, in their personal bubble is like actually pretty good, but they're like allowing something outside themselves to be really heavy. Okay, so that's when they're saying you can ask for help. You remember, all work and no play. It's not good for you. So for the people that it's a choice, I just want to get a quick card. They're showing me this is the fairy dust. It doesn't come with the name of anybody, but this is the box. So they're just, let's see what message they want to bring for the people that it's a choice. Rainbows. In our forest, no trees debate. Rainbows stand with love, not hate. I don't know if you can. Okay, I'm going to read it again. Rainbows. In our forest, no trees debate. Rainbows stand with love, not hate. So you may be, whatever's going on, it can be causing a lot of fear energy. And what they're reminding you is to love. Okay, in the forest, if a tree doesn't get, if a tree is starting to go sometimes, like, or the wind, it gets knocked down, but they don't debate it. They just allow things to happen the way that it's meant to happen, and they just go with the flow. And that's what I'm hearing is let go of any debate, any hate, any resentment or anger energy, because resentment came in the other day, and allow yourself to play. Now, I know it's cold, but what they're saying is that it could be that you're meant to go out into nature in some way and go for a quick walk, bundle up, wear 2 pairs of pants if you're in a cold area. They're saying getting out in nature will really help you connect with that and get out of your head, because you're going to like energetically like sync up to that. If for some reason that you can't do that, what they're saying is meditate and imagine you're walking through a forest. Imagine yourself being with the flow, with the wind, and really just feeling the trees around you. If you, for some reason that you can't actually get out there, it could be something medical, it could be something that it is just too cold for you, whatever it is, but there's a way to do that. And what they're saying is for the people that the 10 of wands energy is a choice, it's okay to choose otherwise and still keep yourself like, you can still know information and stuff like that, but you can step out of the choice to allow it to hold you down. And you can get underneath why you are choosing something to allow something to overwhelm you, okay? There's a big lesson in that. For the people that it's not a choice, I'm going to get a message from the fairy deck for you. In other words, like just certain life situations have really piled up and you have to deal with them. Like there's just no way around it. Turquoise, oh my God, I'm sorry guys. A turquoise crystal is color blue. It's healing magic, works for you. So it could be that you're meant to work with turquoise. Okay, turquoise is really good for working with the throat chakra. So if you don't have turquoise, you can work with the energy of turquoise, or work on healing your throat chakra. And that could be delegating. Okay, you may not have a choice that of the situations that are happening to you, but you do have a choice in some of the things that you can, like, ask somebody else to help you with. Sure, the dishes need to be done, right? Like that's a fact. You need clean clothes, you need to do the laundry, but is there someone that can help you? Is there a way to delegate? Okay, that's just an example. Okay, and you can work with the crystal if you feel called to do that. All right, this is the Mitch Combs Psychic Soul Oracle cards. Let's see. Answered prayers. So this is the butterfly of answered prayers, Labradorite, and that's one of my favorite crystals. Miracles, higher power, divine intervention. So when we are in, whether by choice or not, when we are feeling weighted down by something that's going on in the world or within our lives, we can often forget to be in touch with our higher power, being like forgetting that, when you walk through nature, you that beautiful synchronicity of all that is, and everything just lives and breathes all on its own, and you're part of that. We can forget that we're part of that beautiful divine synchronization. And I don't know if I said that right, but anyways, but you forget that you're part of that, and being in the flow of that, and forgetting how miracles can come when we get back into sync like that. And the fairies are surrounding you, okay? So don't forget, like, one of the beautiful synchronicities. Oh, that's really interesting, because I have a labradorite slat that I often think looks like a butterfly wing, a fairy wing. But calling on the fairies and asking them to bring in that beautiful magic and that beautiful light, playful energy into things. And fairies love to connect you to nature, so you can ask for them to come in and help you connect with nature. But getting in touch with your higher power, it's having sending prayers up and asking for help. So you can ask for help in this world, but also don't forget to ask for help from the other side. All right, this is the Fairy Wild Wisdom of the Fairy Oracle by Lucy Cavendish. Let's see. All right. Dark Moon. Maturation, growing up, introspection, know thyself. So whatever is going on, whatever energy that may be weighing you down or making you feel like you have the weight of the world on your back or your shoulders, what they're saying is two different things. So it's going to help you mature. But one of the things, if it's a choice, part of this is what they're saying, and I'm sorry, this is what I'm hearing, is grow up, take responsibility, and recognize that you're making the choice. I know that's harsh, but that's what I'm hearing, so I have to say it. So in getting to know yourself. And if you are not part of the people that are doing it by choice, what they're saying is this. Remember to do that introspection, okay? Remember to go in and still do that inner work and make that connection to the divine. And either way, making your connection to your divine can help you work with the inner child that's choosing this. If you're not choosing this, things are just seemingly happening, and you have to seriously deal with the serious stuff. Then what they're saying is that it's time to go in, do some introspection, to connect to the divine, so that it can fuel you to help you through it, and you can get in touch with the miracles that happen in your intuition, so that you can make turns either way, knowing that you're making those actions and those turns guided by the divine. It may seem like a dark moon right now, okay? And you may be going through a dark moon phase, but know that the angels and the fairies, they're still there for you. They're still supporting you. And it's important that you connect to them during the hard times just as much when things are not going, just as it's important to get in touch with them when things aren't going well and going well, okay? So sometimes when we get weighted down, we stop doing some of the stuff that we do to take care of ourselves, because we just feel too overwhelmed. All right, I'm working with the Lucy Cavendish deck still. Okay. Story Keeper, tell your story, legacy, write your wisdom. Okay, and they're saying to pull a tarot card for this. Let me show you. I'll show you. Okay, that's the card. Oh, no, this is it. Okay. The Nine of Swords, unfounded fear, focusing on worst case scenarios, allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. So what I was hearing is that, you know, when you connect over to the divine, you can tell them your story. You can tell them everything that's like building up inside your head, okay? The worst case scenarios at this point, like I feel like they're showing me, it's interesting. So the 10 of Swords is usually like depicted with 10 swords in the back, and somehow or another you got stabbed in the back. It's like it's a really big hurt energy. It's a really rough card. But the Nine of Winter, what I'm hearing is that it's like almost like you are stabbing yourself, like you are allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem, and you're allowing it to take over your life in ways that it's not meant to. And do you see how her hair, like her hair, so it's like this is like a symbol of thoughts to me, like her hair goes down and into the water, and to me like that water is like representation of emotions. Okay, so like, you know, you maybe, you know, the thoughts come and then you attach an emotional story to it, and that's the story keeper. So that's what they're saying, is be careful of that. Okay, that you are making choices to add stories to things that are going on that you don't need to. Okay, it's like that's for both the people that are doing it by choice, and the people that are not. And the reason why is they're saying is because either way we attach emotional story onto anything and everything, and that part is a choice. So keep in mind that you may be telling stories to yourself that are not aligned with the truth of the situation, and so know that, you know, some of it is just coming from that unfounded fear. Now let me see, they want me to work with this deck about that. Lulu saying, shake it off. Did you hear her shake? Focus, hematite, goals, achievement, clarity of thought. I'm feeling that clarity of thought. And look at how that hematite's like matching her hair, that butterfly. Okay. All right. Now they want me to pull this, and then I'll get... Okay, they're saying stop. Portals. Where do we play? In nature, that's where. The garden gate will take you there. So for everyone, really, there's a big call. It's for the people who are doing this in the beginning of the reading by choice. What they're saying is that it's really important for you to get out into nature somehow, or to do meditations with yourself, like imagining yourself as a tree, or being in nature and connecting to all that is, and the beautiful flow and synchronicity of life that goes on behind the scenes. Okay. Because when we get inside our mind, we disconnect from that. Okay. And hematite wants to bring that clarity of thought, you know, get out into nature. Okay. And the fairies, there are winter fairies, and the fairies will be out there even now. They love to play amongst the trees that have lost all their leaves. They love to dance and play in the snow if there's snow. So you know that they are always there. Okay. Okay. I'm going to pull a fairy card. One more. Riddle Fisher, divination, seeking out and finding answers. So when we allow ourselves to center, when we allow ourselves to be part of all that is, this message already came through, and they just want to like kind of end it with it, is that when we allow ourselves to be in that beautiful flow of like what nature is, which is just going with the flow, letting things happen as they appear, because there's like trust built in there. They don't have to think about it or debate, right? When that happens, you can be more in touch with your intuitive system. And that's the big message here, is getting out of your head, you know, and working on the 10 of Wands energy, whatever pile you fell into there. Not pile, but either choice or like real situations in life that are happening and you have to deal with. So, and not just created out of your mind, is working through the thoughts of worst case scenarios and being inside your head. Moving away from that can help you be more in touch with you being the divination tool, your body, your, being in sync and going. Like, you have that beautiful intuitive system built within you. These tools like cards and charms and, all of these different pendulums, they're a tool, but you yourself are a beautiful divination tool. Okay, you are divination. You are that magic. That's where Labradorite really helps with that, in my opinion. That it helps you connect to that miracle type energy, so that you can trust and believe in that part of yourself that has that. When we're caught in our emotions inside our head, that is the first clue to say, oh, I'm disconnected. How can I reconnect? And they're saying here that for some it's, turquoise and working with your throat chakra. And for both, getting out in nature could be very beneficial. The pile where it's choice, like in the beginning, that feels like a exclamation point going into nature. Okay. All right. Well, know that I am thinking of you, and I enjoyed spending my time with you. And thank you, fairies and angels, for all of these messages. Also, if you like this reading, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment. Even if it's just like an emoji, it helps build the channel and tells the powers that be, the algorithms, that to recommend my channel and stuff. So I would really appreciate it. Okay. And if you are new and you would love to subscribe, I would love to have your energy join into the collective as we read. Okay. All right. Thank you, guys.